Hello everyone, welcome back to the OMS Masterclass. First of all, thank you so much for watching the previous episodes and for all your support. It really means a lot. So, before we move into episode 3, let's do a quick recap. In episode 1, we understood what an order management system is and why retailers need it. Then, in episode 2, we learned how an OMS actually thinks before processing an order. We saw that it doesn't simply send an order to the warehouse. Instead, it validates the order, checks inventory, applies business rules, and then decides the best way to fulfill that order. So now, one question comes to our mind, right? We know what an OMS does, but who actually performs all these intelligent decisions in a real retail environment? Well, that's where Manhattan Active Omni or simply MAO comes into the picture. So today we are going to understand what OMS is, what MAO is, why retailers use it, where it fits in the real ecosystem, and how it turns OMS concepts into actual business operations. So let's get started. So, before we understand what MAO is, let's first understand why retailers actually need it. Think about it. Today, customers can place orders from different channels. Some people order through a website, some people use a mobile app, others may order from a marketplace like Amazon or Flipkart, and some customers simply walk into a physical store and buy a product. So now imagine you are a retailer. You are receiving thousands of orders every single day from all these different channels. Now one question comes to our mind. Who is going to manage all these orders? Can every channel manage its own orders separately? Well, that's not a good idea because one channel may not know what's happening in another channel. Inventory may not be updated properly. Two customers might end up buying the same product. Some orders may get delayed and the overall customer experience won't be consistent. So, retailers need one intelligent platform that can receive orders from every channel, follow the same business rules, make smart decisions, and ensure every customer gets the same experience. And that's actually where Manhattan Active Omni or MAO comes into the picture. It's the platform that brings everything together and manages every order in one place. So, now that we know why retailers need MAO, let's understand what MAO actually is. Alright, now let's answer the main question of today's episode. What exactly is Manhattan Active Omni or MAO? MAO is an enterprise order management platform developed by Manhattan Associates. It helps retailers manage the complete order lifecycle from the moment a customer places an order until it's delivered, cancelled, or even returned. In the previous episodes, we learned what an OMS does. MAO is one of the applications that actually performs all those OMS functions in a real retail environment. Now, if you look at the left side of the slide, you can see some of the important characteristics of MAO. First, it's cloud native. That means retailers don't have to maintain their own servers or infrastructure because the application runs in the cloud. It's an enterprise OMS. So, it's designed to handle thousands or even millions of customer orders for large retail businesses. It also supports omni-channel retail, which means it can manage orders coming from websites, mobile apps, physical stores, and marketplaces, all from a single platform. Another important feature is that it's real time. So, whenever inventory changes or an order status gets updated, the information is reflected almost immediately across the system. MAO is also API first, which makes it easy to communicate with other enterprise applications like ERP, WMS, POS, payment systems, and many more. And finally, it's scalable, which means it can continue to perform efficiently even during peak seasons like Black Friday or festival sales when order volumes increase significantly. Now let's take a quick look at the screen on the right. This is a sample and training environment created only for a learning purposes. It is not an actual production screen, but it represents how an enterprise order management application like MAO is organized. Here you can see different business areas like customer orders, inventory, fulfillment, returns, reports, and configuration. Different teams use these sections based on the responsibilities. For example, customer service teams manage customer orders. Operation teams monitor fulfillment. Inventory teams manage stock and administrators handle system configuration. We are not going to explore each of these sections today. This is just a high level introduction so you know what the application looks like. As we continue this masterclass, we are gonna open these screens one by one, understand what each section does, and see how MAO supports real business operations. So before we move further, let's clear one common confusion that almost every beginner has. Many people think OMS and MAO are the same, but actually they are not. Think about it this way. OMS is a business concept. It tells us what should happen when a customer places an order. For example, it says the order should be validated, inventory should be checked, business rules should be applied, and finally the order should be fulfilled. These are all OMS concepts. But then who actually performs all these activities? That's where MAO comes into the picture. MAO is the application that takes all these OMS concepts and executes them in a real time. So whatever we learned in episode 2, like validating an order, checking inventory, selecting the best warehouse and releasing the order, that's exactly what MAO does behind the scenes. So if I explain it in one simple sentence, I can say like OMS tells us what needs to happen. MAO actually makes it happen. I hope this clears the confusion between OMS and MAO. Now that we know what MAO is, let's see where it actually fits in a real environment and how it communicates with other systems. Let's take a simple example. Imagine a customer places an order on a retailer's website. Do you think the order goes directly to the warehouse? No. The order first reaches MAO. From there, MAO starts coordinating with different systems to make the right business decisions. For example, if MAO wants to know whether the product is available, it communicates with the RMS or inventory system. If the payment needs to be verified, it gets that information from the payment system. Once all the validations are completed and the order is ready for fulfillment, MAO sends the order to the WMS, where the warehouse team starts picking, packing, and shipping the product. Similarly, MAO also communicates with systems like ERP, POS, carriers, and other enterprise applications whenever required. If you look at the diagram, you will notice one important thing. MAO is right at the center. That's because it's the system that connects all these applications and makes sure they work together smoothly. Instead of every application talking to every other application, MAO acts as the central coordinator, making intelligent decisions and ensuring the complete order journey runs seamlessly. And that's exactly why MAO plays such an important role in a modern retail environment. Now that we have seen where MAO fits in the real ecosystem, let's understand what it's actually capable of doing. You can think of MAO as a platform that brings together several business capabilities under one application. The first capability is order management. This is where the complete customer order is managed from the moment it's placed until it's delivered or even returned. Next comes inventory visibility. This helps businesses know exactly where their inventory is available, whether it's in a warehouse, a store, or any other fulfillment location. Then we have order orchestration. This is where MAO starts making intelligent decisions by applying business rules and deciding how an order should be fulfilled. Another important capability is fulfillment optimization. Instead of simply choosing any warehouse, MAO identifies the best fulfillment location by considering factors like inventory availability, delivery promise, business rules, and operational efficiency. MAO also supports returns and exchanges, making it easier for retailers to handle products that customers want to return or replace. And finally, through enterprise integrations and customer notifications, MAO stays connected with other enterprise systems while keeping customers updated about their order status throughout the journey. These are the major capabilities that make MAO a complete order management platform. Don't worry, we are not going deep into each capability today. In the upcoming episodes, we are gonna explore each one individually with real time examples and understand how they are used in actual real projects. But before that, let's see what happens behind the scenes when a customer places an order and how MAO starts processing it. Imagine a customer places an order online. From the customer's point of view, it's just one click. But inside MAO, a lot more is happening before that order reaches the warehouse. Every order goes through a decision making process. MAO first verifies whether the order is valid. Then it checks whether the requested inventory is available. Based on the retailer's business rules, it evaluates different fulfillment options and identifies the most suitable location to fulfill the order. Once the best location is selected, the inventory is reserved and only then is the order released to the warehouse management system for execution. If you look at the flow on the top of the slide, these are the exact stages every order goes through. Now below that you can see a sample order detail screen. This is where business users monitor an order after it's created. Here they can quickly see information like the order ID, current status, order channel, fulfillment location, ordered items, and the actions available for that order. As the order progresses from processing to fulfillment and finally delivery, the screen keeps getting updated automatically. In real projects, support teams, business users, and operations teams use screens like this every day to track orders and perform business activities. In the upcoming episodes, we are going to use similar screens to understand how MAO works in real business scenarios. Theory is always easier to understand with an example. So let's take a simple business scenario. Imagine Arya visits a retailer's website and orders a pair of running shoes. From Arya's point of view, it's very simple. He places the order and waits for the delivery. But behind the scenes, MAO immediately starts working. First, it receives the order from the website. Then, it checks whether the requested product is available in the inventory. If inventory is available at multiple locations, MAO doesn't randomly choose one. It applies the retailer's business rules and decides which location can fulfill the order in the best possible way. Once the decision is made, the selected warehouse receives the order, starts picking and packing the product, and finally ships it to the customer. So, what looks like a simple order to a customer is actually a series of intelligent business decisions happening within a few seconds. This is exactly why an order management system is so important in modern retail. Now, let's see why so many retailers choose MAO. Every retailer faces challenges like managing orders from different sales channels, keeping inventory updated, delivering orders faster, and giving customers a better shopping experience. This is exactly where MAO helps. It brings orders from websites, mobile apps, stores, and marketplaces into one platform so businesses don't have to manage each channel separately. It also provides real-time inventory visibility, helping retailers know exactly what is available across warehouses and stores. Based on business rules, MAO automatically selects the best fulfillment location, making the order process faster and more efficient. Since MAO easily integrates with systems like ERP, WMS, POS, payment, and carrier systems, all these applications work together without manual effort. The result is faster order processing, better inventory management, and a much better experience for the customer. That's why many leading retailers use MAO to manage their own order life cycle. Alright, before we end today's episode, let's quickly go through the key takeaways. We started by understanding what MAO or Manhattan Active Omni is. Then we saw the difference between OMS and MAO and understood that OMS is the business concept while MAO is the platform that makes those business decisions happen. We also learned how MAO thinks before processing an order. It validates the order, checks inventory, applies business rules, chooses the best fulfillment location, and then sends the order to the warehouse for execution. So, in simple words, the journey is this: OMS defines the business logic, MAO makes those decisions, the warehouse fulfills the order, and finally the customer receives it. I hope this episode gave you a clear understanding of what MAO is and why it plays such an important role in modern retail. Now, here is a quick preview of what's coming next. In the next episode, we are going to learn about the MAO architecture. We will understand how MAO connects with systems like RMS, WMS, ERP, POS, GTN, payment systems, and many other enterprise applications. We will also see what each system does and how they all work together during the complete order lifecycle. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and leave a comment. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.